Pronax says to spot the cross. They do actually send 2 over. Dust2 head toward B. And look at this early A push right now from TSM. They'll fall in support, but they need to watch out. Close proximity, and it's a process of elimination. Device gets flashed off. He can't support. A's going to be the take, and Xyp9x has to hit it. Never mind. Kerrigan already has. There's Xyp9x to contribute. Make it 2. And very low HP. He'll find the 3rd. Flawless.
Very quick round for TSM. It was also that nade that was thrown up from the mid doors up onto catwalk approach, and that took out half of the life of the Fnatic players. But they knew it was kind of like a YOLO round. You get yourself in, maybe you find 1 or 2 frags. More importantly, they just wanted the bomb plant in this. Couldn't get it, except the fact you've still got a large amount of rounds up your sleeve, 8 in fact, and you only need 3 more rounds to force this to our second map, to our 3rd map, and that'll be overpass.
I mean, the series gets tricky after this because Fnatic, this is the best chance for TSM to close it, and Fnatic are already in the lead on it, so this could potentially go the distance if we get beyond this. Splasha tries to go through the smoke again. Dupree's the one that goes back, and Olaf's already found Xyp9x this time. That's your swing player. This opens mid. Olaf's gone through it.
Yeah, Device still playing from the doors on this B side. He's actually going to lose his teammate Dupree in the window, and Olaf, they're going big. The B side, it belongs to him, but the bomb isn't ready to go down. Luckily for them, Kerrigan's on the wrong side of the map, and okay, he's got at least 1 weapon that he can play from the range.
That's how fragile, though, TSM is. Again, yesterday, with that big comeback against NiP, it was the fact that Xyp9x could stay alive and support CageandB. He drops in middle, and it opens up everything. Not only that, Olaf pushes forward. They go for the aggressive peek from window, and Crims is already there holding the angle and catches them off for it. Yeah, so that opening pick changed absolutely the whole entire complexion of any possibility for TSM to come back into it.
I think, yeah, Crims is fully aware of where Kerrigan is, especially now that he's killed him. So Kerrigan can at least take a couple of these weapons off Fnatic. The economy, not really that great for Fnatic, so all these rifles do still count. But you're going to be 14 rounds to 5. That's your major advantage here.
Yeah, exactly. You've got not only lots of time to recover economy, you only need 2 rounds to do it.
Yep. So they hold the 3 AKs, they don't take the risk up against Kerrigan, and it's a full buyout from TSM. How quick? CageandB and Device, they want these AWPs, but one of them is a glass cannon. CageandB, no armor on him. And he's the one that's actually been the hotter of the 2 on this side. Not to mention, okay, so he actually was further over. Sorry, I thought Dupree had the spawn where I thought CageandB was, which meant he would have had to go a lot further to get over to A, but they do go for this mid or early A push. Kerrigan's up there, the flash comes out, Cajun dodges it, but Kerrigan gets taken down. That's an AK with armor, and Cajun has to fall all the way back. That means Xyp9x can't rotate how he normally does. And they have to compensate for it. This AWP of CageandB has got to do some serious work. If he can hold this long A, because that's where Fnatic is looking like they want to go, or maybe not. Different plans going to be enacted as Device picks off Flusher in the mid. So things are leveled up. TSM trying to play this range game. They would actually love Fnatic to come towards that long A at the moment, because if they do, then they've got Device as well as CageandB getting a good crossfire. But Device is giving him the information. Watch that cat approach. The flash is coming to mid, just trying to force Device back a little bit further. But no full commitment to one side just yet. We do still have that floater of Olaf. But that doesn't really tell us much. They can still go multiple ways, but Dupree's the man that could cause some problems.
Nice
Device already gets the pill on Crims. JW waiting for him, and Dupree will drop.
That actually forces Device back off middle despite getting that pick, so the defense has to thin out massively. And Pronax might catch him before he gets into position. He does. He lurks all the way through. And now Xyp9x and CageandB are on their horses to go across. Smoke in mid. That gives JW the movement he needs. Xyp9x does find Pronax, but they've got to be aware the bomb's not there, and Olaf found CageandB. So we're going to be on match point here if Xyp9x can't pull off an absolute miracle.
Man, it's like a tug of war between the 2 sides. You get a kill over on B, you think it's over there. Xyp9x walking straight past the double doors, so he didn't see the Fnatic player switching up the cap, but he does kill off JW. But it's Olaf on top of Xyp9x. That bomb very exposed on the outside, so Xyp9x kind of needs to win the battle first. Olaf has a peek. Xyp9x knows where he is, but who's going to get the first shot off? Starts the defuse on the very exposed corner. He's running out of time, and that defuse, Olaf the time, 2 seconds, and Olaf will get the kill. 14 rounds to 5, Fnatic. They 15 rounds to 5. They keep TSM out, and they've got 10 map points.
They may not even need that many, because look at the economy for TSM. They go right to 2 Deagles. Device Dupree does give them range to work with on that particular pistol, but M4, only one of them. That's going to be for Xyp9x and Fnatic. This was a heck of a performance so far. And again, not done, but Nails just sitting on the edge of the coffin, and the hammer's pretty much being swung down, or is it? Xyp9x responds. Perhaps there's a little life in that corpse because he finds 2.
That was a very aggro push. They just ran 2 straight through the smoke on long doors, and the result being the fact that now Fnatic are down 2 players, but you got 2 AKs in the hands of TSM, so they've got to worry about these rifles for the CTs. JW's trying to play the smoke game. I think, yeah, he saw a device just around the corner. You can instantly assume too the KGB, yeah, he's assuming it, tries to control the spray, can't get the kill. KGB does drop down to 58, but it's those AKs that are working for him.
That's the big thing, so picking up 2 now. Dupree still has this Deagle. This forces Fnatic all the way back off of it. Kerrigan's in a decent position to catch them on that rotation. KGB's already leading off, but they're still split. If they can find a pick, if Olaf can find a pick, there's still a chance that Flusha can go back, but 38 seconds, they are slowly losing that time advantage. Although TSM's grabbing in on this. Kerrigan wants to rotate around. Zipnix comes up close. Olaf hasn't peeked out, so they haven't found him just yet. And he actually is going to find out on Kerrigan. This might force TSM's hand. There's still a chance for Flusha to get. Now they find him. Okay, Cajun, don't over-rotate. This is the big point right now.
You'll see the smoke, especially getting a glimpse of Flusha through that corner of the smoke. Flusha's still going to get the bomb plant down. And they are all injured. Throws out the nade. It's going to bounce back over. Everyone below almost 50 HP. They're running out, and Flusha going to find one. Look for the second. KGB dropping. Holds the ammo, but it's not enough in the magazine left anymore. Dupree jumps up. He'll get the defuse, but that was a lot harder for TSM than they really thought it was going to be.
Flusha, man. What a menace he is today. Get the round no less, but again, you want to start building a comeback. We're on match point already, so let's not get it too far ahead, but you want to start building a comeback. You do it with efficiency. You do it with money. You just lost 4 players. Fnatic will force up. There's no reason not to. They're in decent position to do it, so Olaf brings out the AK. 2 Galil's already bought up, and there'll actually be a 3rd AK going out for Flusha. And actually, JW, okay, so Mac 10 for him. Didn't have a whole lot of money. This will give him some potential kill reward, but again, it doesn't matter. It doesn't carry over one map or one round and we're done.
Yeah, you're not really playing the economy game. You're just waiting between buy rounds. The only goal at the moment is to basically win. And here they come. JW in through the middle. Flush is already going to be dropped by Dupree, and Device is capable of holding the mid. They've got a great crossfire. Zipnix actually helping Device out, just shooting through the smoke. And Fnatic, it looks like they're going to lose another round. Olaf, while he's had a great presence of mind over on the B side, he's going to get killed off by Dupree. Very efficient. Not a single rifle lost.
Yesterday it was KGB and Zipnix who had to be strong. Based on Fnatic's tendencies so far, they look to be pressing mid and splitting to B. That means Device and Dupree now have to be the guys to step up. Nip tried them a few times yesterday, and they actually had insight crossfires. So well within the B site, giving up middle that shut them down. A little bit different today. Device actually is playing out in that mid position. Zipnix is a little more passive. We'll see if they slowly adapt and get them closer to the bomb site, but there's not a whole lot of time to play with and trying to figure out Fnatic. You've just got to get it right from the get-go at this point.
Fnatic going to go on this run. They initially brought everybody over to that B side, but now they move as quickly as they can. Again, this is one of these get the plant down kind of moments. Zipnik's going to hold them back with both grenade as well as Molotov. So catwalk not really an option for at least another 20 seconds. It's even a pretty hard option anyway. KGB on that site with the M4. But getting in is really difficult. And the rotation can come nice and quick too. Another smoke. More delaying for Fnatic's push.
They're more than happy to sit back and group up, though. Again, Glock train is going to be the approach, and they've got all the time in the world when you're going to rush in that fast.
And look at Kerrigan's position too. He's so ready to come back to the A site. Means he can have the battle up against Olaf, but still help out the rest of his team.
Exactly.
We're running out of time. 35 seconds on the clock.
Well, again, though, Glock train rushing in, you really only need 15 seconds tops. Zipnix, though, there it is. They're going to mow them apart. Good hold and patience from TSM. They didn't over-rotate on this and give up any ground, and that's flawless. Now they start to build the economy.
And holding every single rifle, which means you don't have to spend anything apart from armor and nades. And in fact, they're actually going to switch out. They do decide to buy up, so we get the double orbs for Device as well as KGB on the buy around of Fnatic. Obviously, well, you are with your back up against the wall. You want every advantage you can get. And the double orb will be it.
Question is, though, by giving Device, gives him the opportunity to hold that first angle at mid. If he starts to get overwhelmed, as I said, if Fnatic does want to take that fight in that position, then he has to hit pretty much every shot as they round the corner as he tries to retreat slowly back toward the B site, whereas a rifle in that situation, in that exact position, might be a little bit better off. So yes, this was the effective play for them yesterday. It just puts more pressure on the device's accuracy. In fact, they're going to swap it. They're going to rotate him out and let Dupree come back out with the rifle.
Yeah, it just gave him the initial look to watch towards Cat to see if Fnatic was going to push up quickly into the catwalk or maybe get that initial frag as Fnatic are indecisive in the mid.
And that's the dead right call, because now he just has an alleyway to shoot into in the B tunnels, and with the op on the box, super powerful. Nice nade to go
Actually,
out.
doesn't do as much damage as you would have thought. Went between Fnatic, but only Pronex and JW the ones who are injured.
And Dupree's waiting for the flash. Cajun is slowly falling back off this.
Wow, look at him fly.
He's got to get quicker, though. Those smokes will hold him off. Xyp9x is up above, so he'll be able to support, but they have to do this perfectly again, and he already finds one.
Yeah, but they're looking for the plant down. Pronax, Xyp9x feels it, and he's going to just jump out with a pistol. Great round from TSM. They have got all the momentum they want to on this CT side. There's still, there's not much money for Fnatic.
But again, it's one slip up. Yes, they showed yesterday they can do this, but they had rounds to work with against NiP. This is similar setup. This is similar support play, similar team tactics. But again, it's one slip up, one missed shot, one whiff, one step too far overexposed on your peak. You go down, suddenly your second player's left open to too many angles. It's still a really tall order right now for TSM.
It is. It is. And, well, Fnatic, can they do any level of damage? Not going to do economical damage now to TSM. They're looking fine. Very, very secure. All Fnatic want to do is potentially grab a rifle, save it. If you can get the plant down, great for that too.
And a whole different approach. We haven't actually seen this approach directly on how to take A against TSM because it's all been cat pressure so far.
And the approach, like it's given up for a reason. They flash to start with, but Carrigan also with his. He's going to fall back. He'll give him long. Then again, maybe with the Molotov, JW. He managed to get himself all the way up behind him, but then again, Xyp9x doing the work. JW needs to come and help out the teammates, or can he? Xyp9x still holding with that pistol. He's got one. Can he finish off a second? Yes, he can with Flusher. That's big. JW gets shut down by Dupree on the back end.
Oh, that could have been in. Again, it was just pistols, but they overwhelmed the two players. Long Kerrigan drops soon. KGB got caught by JW because in that position there was no one to watch Cat. So he gets down. KGB goes down. They can pinch on these two long players. But Xyp9x again, talk about stepping up. So now they're into double digits. But you got double ups on both sides.
Yep. Now it's pick time. Olaf goes for the peak. Tries to wait as long as he can inside the fire. Can't get the tag on the CT defenders. He looks like he'll have the audacity to peek twice.
And this is back to the default now. Although slight change, not a CT rotation. They're trying to pinch. This is a funnel. They're giving up A to do this just strictly because so Xyp9x pushed Cat. What that does is with Kerrigan already up long, there's no access to the A site. So as Xyp9x pushes, KGB goes down into CT to support mid just in case they go there. If Xyp9x goes down, KGB falls back. In fact, he doesn't even go down. He falls back, KGB falls back as well. Now they're back to holding A. It's perfect play. If Xyp9x is going to go, KGB's useless just standing there. He's waiting for the play to happen. So instead, he makes his position relevant. That's really good rotations right there.
Well, I just got a glimpse of two of the Fnatic players on that Cat. Fnatic also are looking at him with no weapons up. And no real commitment to any of the sites so far. Still TSM with all players up. Device and Pronex the only two injured. 33 seconds left on that clock. Fnatic. This isn't like the pistol round where you need 15 seconds. You still need to come in. The smoke. The going through upper dark is almost impossible. You got that AWP waiting for him. It's Device who wants to hit, and you can see him. They start to walk through. Number one, Dupree from above. Device with a second. And this push has completely failed from Fnatic as TSM now take the 11th round for themselves. And they are slowly bringing this back and getting closer to overtime. It's still four map points for Fnatic.
And you almost forget about Device and Dupree in a lot of these cases because there's been so much A presence. We've been talking up the A play from TSM, but sometimes inexperienced players are, they go kind of quiet. They don't see a lot of action. They get caught off guard by it. They're not ready when it does happen. They're both stood perfectly true there. So both sides looking comfortable. Now they have an opening pick. That's massive. And Kerrigan's already extremely low as well. This forces them back. Yeah, now we've got big problems.
Yeah, KGB got to get back into cover with that rifle. That AWP. Back behind the boxes, but you've already made the opening on A, and they're forcing the rotation to come, but Fnatic, they've been doing this time and time again. You fake on one, then you switch to the other. You fake on that, you switch on back.
And they're switching back the long way. which may be advantageous.
It's going to be dangerous if they don't understand where Dupree is.
Well, that's the thing.
Dupree could cause a major problem for them. He's trying to watch if they come through cat or through mid.
But he needs to make the call if he wants to get more aggressive based on timing, or if he wants to sit and let them pass behind him, because if he doesn't spot it, then they get a bomb plant. They're inside B. That's a hard retake.
It's the second dummy again. They're going to use Pronax to make some noise and try and force Device off the A site. And then go in. But Dupree, because he's able to watch that upper dark area, then the bait doesn't work. Like, you make some noise thinking maybe someone's sitting inside the B site, worrying and sweating, but it's not the case. The only upside is the fact they managed to pull Dupree all the way back onto the site so he can't quickly bring in help through through Cat. But here they come. KGB, can he get the initial hit? Still holding on to it. The Molotov's trying to force him back, and they're going to bring down KGB. Device with a tag through the smoke. But it's just him as well as Dupree, and they do not want to do this.
That incendiary went a
they
little
have
bit too
to.
deep. It went. Yeah, you have to play for it. You can't save it.
Yeah,
It's a match
it's
point, but that
50
incendiary
grand.
actually could have done damage to the second last player. It went a little bit deep. JW tries to fall back to long, and he actually catches out Dupree. This is all on Device. If he finds that,
It's
it might have
done.
had a chance. It's done.
16 rounds 11. Fnatic will take map number 2, which means we're going